Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to Six News. Today we have another teaser for the next season of Rainbow Six Siege, which is called Commanding Force, and this one is directed at console players and appears to be indicating that in the next season you will not be able to use mouse and keyboard on console. So let's stop and have a good discussion about this. So first of all, the tweet that was put out today said, "Dear console players, we are working on something big for you," and then emotes of a mouse with a cross sword after it. So combating mouse and keyboard. The teaser image as well, which is an animated GIF, shows off a mouse which has a warning symbol over the top of it as if it's been banned. So yeah, this is very interesting, very big, very surprising, and is it what it appears to be? Because on the surface, it looks like this is them banning mouse and keyboard on console, and they found out some sort of way to do it. Now, we know that they do have a dedicated team trying to figure this out, and they've literally been working on this problem for the last couple of years. We've also seen some indications of successes in different areas. So for instance, back in the day with Epic, they managed to ban mouse and keyboard on console, but only for about a week or so before the makers of the adapter put out some firmware that updated the adapter to circumvent those detection methods. And more recently, emulation hardware that allowed you to use mouse and keyboard on PlayStation 5 ended up being banned and stopped those PlayStation 5 users using mouse and keyboard. However, yet again, the hardware was upgraded with a firmware patch which allowed it to circumvent that as well. So everything so far that has been brought in to counter this problem has always been circumvented by the creators of the hardware, as they can just update it with different software to tweak it in different ways to make it work and get around any blocks that have been placed to stop it being usable. Now, there is also another possibility, which is this is not banning mouse and keyboard, but will actually bring native support for mouse and keyboard to the console players and actually put them in with the PC players in the playlist. Now, I don't know why someone would go from using a mouse and keyboard emulator to get an advantage to then use real mouse and keyboard against actual PC players. And of course, that also opens you up to playing against hackers as well. So I'm not sure that would be a solution, but I do bring that up because that was one of the potential solutions they talked about in an AMA on how they might be able to at least alleviate some of the mouse and keyboard problems on a console. So that could also be what they're looking at here. Either way, huge news that they're going to announce something, whether it's an outright ban or whether it's a certain playlist or something like that. This has definitely piqued my interest because my belief up until this point was that there was probably a 0% chance of actually solving this problem. And even if they do come up with a solution, it could always be circumvented, which again always kind of led to me thinking there was no way to ever get around this and solve it. But this is interesting. Also, this is a very cool thing. We got a teaser every day so far. We might get a few more teasers this week before we start next week. So we might get more teasers of different features that are coming with this season. And if they do get off to this start by banning mouse and keyboard on console, then that would be a huge start to year 8. It would certainly improve my gaming experience on console. So I'm going to cross my fingers, but I'm also going to be very skeptical that this is going to be an outright fix for the problem. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments below.